Good morning and welcome to Thursday, April 30th. I know the day and the date today, last day of April. So hope everyone is doing well and moving through this with as much ease as possible. Today we're going to actually be talking about creating our future self. So what came up for me today is really seeing a difference between people going into kind of like I would almost call it a giving up of, there's a heaviness as we go through this, or I call it lifting ourselves up by our bootstraps and connecting with something bigger. So something bigger is our higher self. So there's a few ideas I want to talk about before we do our meditation. First of all, and I think first and foremost, is the fact that your soul chose to be here on this planet at this time. So a lot of times there's this feeling of being a victim, feeling hopeless, helpless, and it's like, what is going on? And I believe that our souls choose where we're born, who we're born, what family we're born into, what situations we're born into. So there is a soul choice that was made before you came into this incarnation. And this is your soul choosing to be here at this time. So what is it here for? To challenge yourself, perhaps, to grow through this, to access some deeper connections, some deeper wisdom as you go through this. So that's the first thing I really want to mention is when we understand that our soul chose this, we can get out of that place of being a victim. We can get out of this place of feeling helpless. So that's the first step. Okay. So then the next step is, what do we do with this time? What do we do in this experience? And in a previous Facebook Live, I talked about the movies that I was watching at a certain time that were all about people being in prisons that were sentenced when they didn't do anything wrong. They were wrongly sentenced, and their experience in those situations. So one of them was The Green Mile, one of them was Shawshank Redemption, and then the other one was, I think it's called The Hurricane, about the fighter. So these were situations where everyone was in this prison situation. So our prisons can be physical. So sometimes, right now we're feeling like we don't have the freedom to move around. So there is kind of this restricting of the freedoms that we have. But in that scenario, where do we find our freedom beyond the physical? So one of the stories I read around this time about all these people wrongly accused. So there was a story of this young woman. She was sentenced to 5 years in solitary confinement. And so she's in this experience. She was actually the driver of a car from a robbery that went wrong. So there was somebody that was shot. So she didn't actually do the shooting, but for that one, she was in prison for her part in it. But she got in this 5-year solitary confinement experience and chose to visualize it like a meditation yoga retreat, right? So she's saying, okay, I have my food delivered to me. She went into meditation. She had learned yoga. She was doing yoga. And she came out of that 5-year experience in a much higher vibration than she went in. She needed to forgive herself for the choices she made in her life, but she went into this deep connection within herself, and she came out of that experience better than she went in, believe it or not. So I can't imagine being in solitary confinement for 5 years and choosing to be that experience instead of going into this place of heaviness, of depression, of suicide thoughts, all of that. So what I want to share this morning is about that. So we're in this experience. It's not going to be 5 years. We don't know how long it's going to be, and I know that's part of the challenge right now. It's like we don't know when this is going to end. But in this experience, we have a choice. We always have a choice. How do we move through this experience, and how do we want to visualize ourselves coming out of this experience on the other side of it? So I know there's lots of memes and lots of jokes out there about, some of them are funny, some of them are sad, but it's like, well, people are starting to drink more, they're eating more, they're, they're falling into this place of boredom. So we always have a choice. We don't need to go there. So when I'm also talking to people that are going through their closets and, looking at audio programs that they wanted to listen to years ago, they bought it maybe 5 years ago, books that they've wanted to read. It's like there's so much that we've collected that we haven't accessed yet. And this is a beautiful opportunity to do that if you're bored. The other piece with that, I have a daughter who was teaching English at the college level for a while. And so she, it was freshman English, which is a really difficult year to teach, but they would be bored. It's like this whole thing with boredom with the kids. So she started collecting these articles on the importance of being bored. So out of, and we kind of talked about this at other Facebook Lives, about coming into balance, connecting in with the yin energy, really going into this place of stillness. So we can define it as boredom or define it as stillness. And out of that stillness comes new ideas, new ways of being, new ways of doing things, new ways of connecting. And that's the opportunity, the challenge that we have right now, is what do we want to access in this stillness, in this yin space, what's ready to be revealed to us. Kind of talked about that yesterday on Facebook Live, where there's all this space within, and I have to correct myself because I said it was a cell. It was the atom that had the physical parts that were, if you laid it out on a football field, the physical parts of an atom are 50-yard line, end zone, like a pieces of sand. The rest of it is space. And this is the potential, this is the space that we're beginning to tap into, that we have the opportunity, the choice to tap into right now. So what I want to do today in the meditation is take us to a place, first of all, going to our quantum point, we're connecting in with our higher self. There's two aspects of ourselves. One is our soul, one is our personality. And the personality isn't liking this experience so much. It's resisting it, it's challenging, it's fighting it, it wants to go back to normal. The personality wants that. The soul, like I said earlier, has chosen to be here at this time for a reason. There is a purpose that your soul chose to be here right now. So when we go to that quantum point, we're aligning and connecting with our soul vibration, and we can ask, what does our soul want from this time? How does it want to grow expand, increase its consciousness, heal, whatever it needs, the soul, we can ask that. The soul knows what it needs. So the other piece of that then, when we connect in with our quantum point, we can start creating a vision of what we want to look like on the other side of this. So do you want to come out of the other side 30 pounds overweight with an alcohol problem, fighting, and just your life is a mess? And I know a lot of you on the call, I know a lot of you, you're not doing that, but this is the choice people are having right now. Or do you want to come out of the other side of this with more tools, more consciousness, more healing? It's like, and I talked about this at a call too, it's like using the tools you've gained and acquired up until now, and this is the time that we can put them to use. So using the tools we already have, accessing the collection of books and audio programs and information that's so available to us right now, and it's a commitment of just really setting yourself up to do that. Right now too, I see all the emails, Facebook Lives, there is so much out there right now available to you. So I'm doing Facebook Lives every day. I have a couple friends doing Facebook Lives every day. There's so much support, and sometimes it's a matter of just tapping into it. Now, I've also talked to a few people that it's like, oh, it's so overwhelming. There's all this stuff coming at me. I don't know what to listen to or tap into. Whatever resonates with you. I remember when I was in massage school, one of the classes, it was, I went to Edgar Cayce School of Massage in Virginia Beach. So there was somebody who had been there for a while, and he was asked, they were talking about exercise. And so the question was from one of the students, well, what is the best exercise to do? And his answer to that was, the one you do. And it's kind of like, okay, so we have all this available to us. Which one do you want to do? The one you do. All right? So what resonates with you? What are you drawn to? What supports you? What feeds you? Do that. Okay? So this is really important right now, to continue to be fed. Okay? So we're going to go into our meditation today, going to the quantum point. And at the quantum point, today we're going to, this is where we can do some visualization. It's beyond the personality. It's not what the personality wants right now. It's what the soul wants. What did our soul come in to do? So you can start visualizing yourself. What do you want to look like on the other side of this event? Okay, and I call it an event. It's a challenge. It's an experience. It's a global experience that we have attracted. And so in holding that vision, so once you have your vision, then you can look at, okay, if you have a vision of what you're going to look like or be like, or just, see yourself as, then what steps do you need to do to get there? And so then you can start moving in that direction. But it's always wonderful to have a purpose, a direction of where we want to go that's beyond the heaviness of this situation right now. All right, so let's go into our meditation and do some visualization. Okay. All right, so taking a deep breath. And when you do the meditation, it's really wonderful to feel your spine straight, because the energy flows up and down your spine. Feet either connected to the floor, or if you're sitting in a yogic position, that's good too. And just Now focusing on your breath. And there's two options. You can feel your breath in and out through your nose. Just really paying attention to the flow of your breath. Or if you want to expand it bigger, feel your breath moving up and down your spine. From your crown chakra to your root chakra, exhale. We're beginning to really understand that we are the movement of the energy that we bring in. We can direct it. We can move it to where we need it. And from above your head, visualize crystalline white light. This is your energetic shower for the day, where you bring in this universal prana that cleanses your physical body. Expand your awareness into your aura field, 2 feet outside of your physical. And the universal prana cleanses, releases any energetic toxins, pollutions, residues. Allow it to drain down through the bottoms of your feet. Give this energy to Mother Earth to be recycled. Bringing your awareness 3 feet above the top of your head. Connect in with your quantum point. This is your access point to the quantum field, quantum vibrations, quantum colors. First one to call in is royal blue, around and beneath. As you're bringing in this royal blue light, you are activating your firewall that filters out energies created by others. And make this royal blue firewall as big as you need it to be. Around the royal blue, call in, visualize the rose light, around and beneath. Send the rose light out into the universe, consciously connecting with the unconditional love and support of the universe. And it means that there is nothing you need to do to earn it, to receive it. It's just there for you. And this opens you to totally receive. Bringing in the violet light, visualize the violet light coming up, filling your physical body. Expand it into your aura field, bring it up over your head. The violet light, each day you bring this in, releases more old patterns, programs, anything that you have created or allowed in the past in this energy field continues to be released. You get lighter and lighter and lighter. Now bringing your awareness to your quantum point. And again, there's this beautiful ball of white light at your quantum point. This is your connection, your alignment with your soul. And when we create this connection, we bring our personality bodies in alignment with our higher self. We're basically asking our higher self, what do you want me to see? You can ask it questions. What do I need to know? Why did I choose to be here at this time? You can also ask it for insights. Helps you connect in with your inner wisdom. as you're connecting now with your quantum point today, just create in alignment with your soul, in collaboration and partnership. What do you want your life to look like? How do you want to be or see yourself once this experience is over? Create a picture, a visual. It's always wonderful when we do visualizations to see ourselves in a beautiful scene of nature, lots of sunlight, peace, calm, expansion. You can ask your higher self what vision it has for you. What vision is it holding for you? And when we create this vision, what it's doing, it creates a pathway, an energetic pathway in the field. So there's the quantum field, and you're creating this energetic pathway that takes you from where we are in this moment to your future self. It opens up possibilities. It opens up resources. And what starts happening is ideas or thoughts or solutions start coming to you through a thought, cleaning out a closet, finding a book or a program. Things start showing up that are going to support you to that vision. This is what happens when we work in the quantum field. We are beyond space and time, and we can begin creating our future self in this moment. So having taken a moment, you can always go back and I call it activating, like you're putting your energy into it, you activate it, and it becomes stronger and stronger. But having created, taken some time and created the original form, the original vision, you can go back and continue to feed it. Simply go to your quantum point. You've already created the pathway. Just create the pathway and it'll take you back. So we'll bring this meditation to a close. And as we close this meditation, call in the gold light. And as you bring in the gold light, visualize it as a golden dome over you, touching the floor where you're sitting, perhaps the ground if you're outside. And holding your awareness at your quantum point. Rub your hands together. Bring the palms of your hands in front of your eyes. Slowly open your eyes into your hands. Gently bring yourself back into your space. I wish all of you a wonderful day. I'm holding your visions for all of you. We are going to be amazing when we get to the other side of this. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock. May 1st, we're going to do a May Day celebration. All right. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love to all of you. Bye-bye.